There we go. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's get started. Yes, so this is going to be a tier list stream. I'm going to start off with romance tropes, but I might do more depending on how late it gets, okay? And this is going to be an open Tootsie stream, so anybody in my Discord server can pop in and feel free to either agree with my amazing takes or fight for what they believe in, okay? Yes, and I know I'm always right when it comes to this stuff because I know I have excellent taste, but you know, I'm willing to listen to other people's opinions. Let me just check the bit rate. Okay. Hang on. Okay, it looks good. Alrighty. Okay, so it's a pretty straightforward tier from what I'm seeing. Alright. So let's get started. Okay. Some of these are like I would say maybe problematic, but you know, I don't really care about all that. I just honestly, like, I'm an adult, I can handle dark romance, you know. All right, so the first one is Abduction to Love, which is I'm thinking they might say, you know, it might be like either Stockholm syndrome or like the person, you kidnap somebody because you love them. But, you know, I feel like it could be played relatively well. It just depends on like how well the person writes it. But is it something I'm going to actively like seek out, or if it's just incidentally in like a in something I'm reading, like maybe Misery but with like a romantic twist. But you know, I think the whole thing with Stockholm syndrome, it's just, I think it's a load of crap personally, but that's just my opinion. So I'm gonna say C. B. I can take it or leave it, like whatever. I don't hate it. Honestly, like whatever. age gap. Um, it kind of makes me. It's not something I would actively. Again, like it's not something I would actively seek out. Like when I'm looking for a good romance to read, but I mean, again, incidental. I don't mind. But that being said, sometimes it makes me uncomfortable. So I'm going to put it in the C list here. All right, next one, amnesia. I actually am a little bit of a sucker for this trope, personally. Okay. So what I'm going to say is it depends. If it's like a reincarnation romance or like for example, if the person's like an immortal and then they find their lover like in another life, but the lover can't like remember that. I personally love that. So I'm gonna put it in the A list here. Okay, angst, S tier. Like I love heavy emotions. I love like just complicated feelings. I just love suffering. and my in one of my romance personally. um, I do like a heavy emotion drama. Like that is a great one. Arranged marriage, nah, not for me. Some people find it romantic, but personally, I don't. Something about like being forced into something that completely robs your agency. Like, again, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying any of this is bad. Personally, I mean, you can like what you like. This is just my opinion, okay? But I mean, when I have a hot take, yeah, I usually have a lot of people agree with me. Bad boy, good girl, or likewise, good boy, bad girl. Love it. Love contrasting relationships, contrasting personalities. I love it. Just like perfect, especially when like it eventually like when you subvert the bad boy good girl trope, like if the bad boy like has a hidden heart of gold or or the good girl like has a secret fierce side where she just doesn't take anything from anybody. Like that is great. I love that. Banter, yes, again. Like Pride and Prejudice, like them just firing shots at each other, like just a again like a battle of wits. I love that. um yeah. But again, especially if it's the bad boy good girl trope, I love banter. Like I think it's so much fun. BDSM, mm, if it's done well, I like it. Okay. Now, 50 Shades of Grey did it very poorly, in my opinion. But I don't mind if it's like in the incidentally in the thing, in the story. Like I don't mind that. Um best friend's brother. Um again, B list. I can take actually C list. I can take it or leave it personally because I think it's weird sometimes. Um I didn't like the kissing booth personally. But that there might have been other factors in that. But again, like I said, it's just my opinion, okay? Someone makes a bet. I personally hate it. I hate it. Like, oh, like oh, I bet you can't, like, when like, she's all that and stuff like that. Like, I bet you can't, like, get the frigid girl to go out with you. And then she falls in love with you. I just feel like, I don't know, it's just not for me. It's kind of gross, if you ask me. And also, it might be a personal thing, but when I was younger, I used to get asked out as a joke a lot. So I guess that's why it kind of makes me feel icky. Billionaire? Nah. Like, I get the appeal, but I feel like it's more of like, oh, like, here's somebody who can give you like this luxurious life, and it's less about the love to me and more about like the lifestyle, honestly. And I think that's like a very boring romance. Drunken hookup. Yeah, sometimes. Like, I think it's a fun way to start off a relationship, especially if it's people who previously already know each other. And, there's like that tension, and like the hookup is like the way to relieve it. And then it's like, oh my gosh, did I catch feelings? Or like, hello there, dead man. We're just doing a tier maker stream. We're starting off with romance tropes, and I'm just here giving my hot take. I might have a few of my other kintubers pop in and like share their takes, but you're more than welcome to chime in. Okay, this is just going to be an open discussion, and I'm ranking the ones that about based on how I personally feel. Like, if you don't like any of the stuff that I rank highly, or if you like the stuff that I rank low, that's fine. Like, I'm not, no hard feelings, but this is just for fun. Don't take it seriously. All right, enemies to lovers, S tier. Like, it goes along with like the angst and the banter. Like, okay, I hate it when people think like banter is enemies to lovers, but no, in order to be enemies to lovers, they need to like actively try to kill each other. Like, there needs to be like real stakes there. Like, and again, it gives a lot of angst possibilities, like, especially when they're on separate sides of like this huge war. It's okay. It's okay. But it's like when you have this fairy tale, I want to say A. But I feel like it can be done really well. Like, especially if it goes along with the enemies to lovers. Because a fairy tale to me is something in a fantasy setting. And it's like this big epic romance. And I feel like with the fairy tale, with the enemies to lovers, you get that big payoff at the end where the lovers finally reunite. And it's just so satisfying. Fake relationship. No. It depends. Like, if it's like, oh, I want to date this person to keep like my admirers away or to make my ex jealous, I'm not a fan of that. But if it's like two secret agents like posing as a couple to as part of their like undercover, I'd like that part of it. Like Spy X Family. I'd like that. But if it's just like you're using it to like make another person jealous, then I'm not a fan. Forbidden Love, S tier. Again, all of these can go together in a way. Like, Forbidden Love is like Romeo and Juliet. It's a classic. Like, they can't be together because their families hate each other. And I do love a bit of tragedy. Like, it's good stuff. Foreign romance. Depends. Because, I mean, I get the appeal of going somewhere exotic and falling in love with someone abroad, but I feel like in some ways it can kind of have like some weird implications, which kind of make me uncomfortable. But that's just my personal opinion. Right, friends to lovers depends. A lot of the times it just develops in a way that's kind of boring, but I've seen it done really well. Like Kim Possible, for example, where to see the top of the screen. Not regularly. Oh, I have the top of the screen to cut off because this is in presentation mode. That Zach. Like, it's okay. It's okay. I just feel like it looks better this way than just having you show my than just showing my screen. I do occasionally like as background music. Um, more of a rocker or maybe a pop enjoyer. But yeah, I mean, like if the mood calls for it, I do like it. All right. So where was I? Yeah, friends to lovers. Again, take it or leave it. I think it's boring most of the time, but it can be done really well. Hate sex. A. It's not like the best, but I do like it if it like enhances the S tier. Um, or if it's like a drunken hookup where you have these people just going at it. But again, it's not like my favorite thing in the world, but it's still good. Huddling for warmth. If the stakes are really high and it's a survival situation, yes. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. Again, I like high stakes romance. I like angst. I like tragedy. I I like pain, okay? Okay. But if this is like a survival situation, then yes. Yes, it's great. Human X Vampire. I love immortal romance because again, high potential for tragedy. Like you have like this really powerful being, and then you have like this very fragile human, and it's just like, okay, like this monster can like kill their lover, and I think that's just so good. All right, hurt, comfort, A tier. Like I do like it a lot, but again, it's only to spice up these things. Like if these people are, again, enemies to lovers, if they're like, for example, if somebody hurts the bad guy's loved one, and then that bad guy like finds out and absolutely loses it, like I love it. It's so good. Insta love, nah. I don't like the whole infatuation thing. It's boring, and it's just I again, there's no development. There's just like two people yelling, I love you, I love you. Like, no, there has to be some action there. Loss of virginity. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Like, virginity is a social construct. I'm tired of it. And it's no big deal. love triangle. Um, Only if it's played right, I will like where if it's just like two people like fighting each other over the love interest and it's the whole point is them just going at each other. I'd rather have the two people get together instead of like one of them get with the person they're both in love with. Like I'd rather have those two get together. But I feel like it can be played right if it's two people just really deeply care about somebody and they're willing to do whatever it takes to make their loved one happy. Um Rather than just like fighting, like duking it out with their rival. Like if their loved one's like feelings come first, then I think that's fine. Mistaken identity. Nah. Like, why would anybody go along with that? It's just weird. Also, it's like, oh, but it's a weird trope, personally. And yeah, mutual pining. It can get a little annoying after a while, but I don't mind it. Oh, yes, I am. I really am. But it's like, but mutual pining, yeah. But if it's like, oh, the twice shy thing, it's like, oh my gosh, just like speak up already. Just like get on with it. All right, one of them is famous. Again, I feel it's more of like wish fulfillment. Like it's less about the romance itself and more about like the lifestyle that a person in that position can offer you. So it's personally not for me. Out for you. Now I'm not sure what they mean by that. Let me just think. Is it like a stalker romance? Or is it like yeah. I do need like that like just I do like the happy ending. Like I like suffering and then like the big payoff at the end. Like where it made all the suffering worth it. That's why I like high stakes romance. Out for you. Okay. Mm, if it's like a stalker romance, it's not really for me. Like I don't mind a little bit of yandere tendencies, but it's like I have my limits. Partners in crime, I do think that's a lot of fun. Like it can be a lot of fun. Where you have like just two completely unhinged people like doing like being badass. Yeah. No bad endings. Okay. Yeah. But like kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde situation where you have like just two badasses like side by side. I think that can be a lot of fun. Playboy. Nah. Like a lot because a lot of the times Playboy is paired off with billionaire, and like I said earlier, billionaire it's more about like the fantasy lifestyle than the romance itself. And honestly, like yes, I do sometimes like whorish men, but Playboy is just like, are they like sincere about how they feel or are they just flirting? Like I personally find that very boring. Pregnancy, um again, it depends. Like, it can be really cute, but if like the whole story is just like, oh, just like the heroine just like struggling with her pregnancy and like whether or not the guy is going to be there to support her, I personally can't get into that. Porn without plot. Well, that's just, I don't know. Nah, I like to have a bit of development and like something else going on, even if it's a very minimal plot. Like, I don't know. If I'm looking to get off, I'll just watch porn, but like, I want to be entertained. Renewed first love. Depends. If it was like a messy breakup and like the person comes back into their life and like they've both grown up a bit, it can be nice, but it's not something I'll actively look for. Second chance love, I feel like that's just like, unless it's like your first love passed away, I'm going to think it's like that, where it's like you lost the first person you loved and this person is just kind of like giving you another chance at it, then I think that's cute. Because, you know, second chance love, everybody deserves to find somebody even after they've been hurt. I think that's nice. Secret relationship. Is this like the same? Oh, no, this isn't the same as fake relationship. This is like you two are seen. I want to say B-list, but if it's like paired with this stuff that I have at the top, then it's going to be bumped up to A tier. But on its own, it's not. It's kind of just eh. But yeah. I personally say just like, unless there's like high stakes, like a life or death situation, then what's really the point of hiding a relationship? Sharing a bed. It can be cute. It can be cute. I do think it's overplayed a little bit. Sleepover. I think that's a bit cuter than sharing a bed, because it is like sharing a bed, but sleepover, it can be like a survival situation where it's like, oh, you need a place to stay, and okay, here's my abode. I especially like it if it's enemies to lovers, where like the heroine, there's like a greater evil out there. The heroine needs to like stay with the villain in order to like survive. But so I think that's really good. Slow burn, yes. I love a slow burn. I love drama. I love just all the character development that goes along with it. I think it's so good. Like, again, I want payoff. I want that, like, ending where it's just like, okay, everything I just went through pays off and it's awesome. Slow burn's great. Soulmates. It actually B, because I don't believe in the whole one true love personally. But if it's just like written well and it's kind of believable, then I like it. Unhappy ending. Depends on the tone. Because, okay, hear me out here. Hear me out here. I feel like sometimes it works depending on if it a happy ending works if it fits with the rest of the narrative. Like, if it's one of those, like, oh, you're living on borrowed time things, or if it's like a human and an immortal, but and it has an unhappy ending, I feel like that works. But again, if it's just like, oh, here's I'm going to use this as an example. I think The Rise of Skywalker had an unhappy ending because it just made everything that Rey and Ben Solo went through like pointless. It made Luke, Leia's, and Han's sacrifice pointless, and I hated that. But but I will use The Fault in Our Stars as like an example for an unhappy ending done well. You knew it was coming, and it worked with the rest of the story. And yes, like one of the characters is no longer with us at the end. But again, it's a story about two people who find love even though they're both dying of terminal cancer. And the heroine finds peace at the end. I think that works. It's bittersweet, but I mean that was just how we saw that story going. Unrequited love. Nah, it's not really for me. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Zach. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Guys. Maury, hi. I'm sorry, I'm just like I I I don't know if it's real, but I think it hang on. I can go to her channel. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's not the real person. Oh my god, you like scared me there for a second. Hey, hey. I thought you were like legitimately her, but it's I don't nah. If you were her, I would have like had a full-blown panic attack. Yeah, I like the cats too. Yeah, I would have been like, Maury, what are you doing here? Oh my god, you jump scared me. Da, 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 da. Excuse me. No, it's okay. It's okay. Honestly, like that's why I just went to check the channel because like I don't want to like say to people, "Oh my gosh, look who showed up to my stream." Like one of one of like the most popular English VTubers showed up to my stream. I wanted to make sure it was like legit before I said anything like publicly. Sorry about that. But sorry, where was I? Unrequited love. Depends. Personally, I don't like it. If it's like the center of it and the person just spends too much time like yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah. Especially like since impersonation is so like common. But that's why I went to the channel. Like if that really was her, I would have been like, huh? Just fake false alarm, everyone. But yeah. Or it's yeah, it goes hand in hand with stalkings. Sometimes. But it just makes me feel kind of bad most of the time. Like let me think. There's the Kisniver thing. That's one sam like one like good example I can think of where um it's like done well, like the whole unrequited love thing slash love triangle, but it's like if it's like done in a way where it helps the character develop, then I don't mind it. But but most of the time it's done really poorly. Worthy opponents, yes. S tier, like you got two people coming to blows with each other. And they're both like, especially if they're just like two incredibly like strong and powerful people, and they just keep going against each other and they just keep fighting and fighting. I don't mind either. Yeah, I don't mind if the person like moves on and finds love somewhere else or even encourages the relationship. Cuz it's like, okay, like obviously like this isn't going to happen. But it's like where they're able to grow from it. I agree. And worthy opponents, it's just like you get these two badass people just going to blows against each other. And it's like they fall in love with each other on the battlefield. Like I love that. That is just great stuff. Again, it goes with the enemies to lovers thing, I think. Like in order, if like I like seeing equal pairings, you know, like where they're evenly matched in strength. I think that's a lot of fun. Yeah. Two battle crazed people. Or it's like, I need to be fighting. Like, I just think that's great. Alright, so that's it. Okay. Alright, so that didn't really go on for long, but I can pick out a new one. Do you have any suggestions? I'm just going to take a look at the other ones. Hang on. Let me just... Oh, oops. Alright, I'm gonna get back to just chatting. Okay. I'm gonna see if there are other ones. Okay, no, it's fine. I can find good ones. Alrighty. Excuse me. By the way, happy Father's Day to all those who celebrate. If you spent time with your loved ones, with your father figure today, that's really good. Oh gosh. Okay. This should be funny. This should be really funny. Hang on. Yeah, I'm the same way. Unless I'm like playing an otage. But it's like, and it's if it's like an otage, then I like it. But it can't be like straight like romance. It needs to be like a mix of other genres. Okay. Okay, hang on. Let me just. Okay, this has the potential to be really funny. What the hell? Hang on. I'm just browsing. That's okay. All right, so we got some video games pulled up. Let me see if anything calls out to me. All right. Um. Oh wait. Oh no. Oh no. I'm looking for like a waifu slash husbando list, but it's like I don't know like most of these people most of these people are because I'm old and I haven't been keeping up with um with new anime. I'm really sorry. Okay, hang on this one. Oh god. I need one that's not just anime, where it's like across a lot of media. uh, I mean, this one looks okay. I'm obviously not gonna finish this because it's huge. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not enough of a weeb for this. Alright, hang on. Wait. Okay. Oh, yes. Here we go. Oh, sweet. Okay, okay. Ooh. Here's one that's kind of obscure, but I know a weird amount of stuff about it. Ow. Okay. Here we go. What's Lego Batman doing on this list? What? That was weird. Okay. Creepiness and non-horror game.
Excuse me, Eden?
Oh, hello. Who is it?
Hey, it's Everest.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, pretty good.
Yeah, we're doing tier list making.
Have you decided on which tier list?
Yes, we're doing indie horror games.
I'll try. And as far as I noticed, your screen on YouTube's not showing your tier list.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I changed it to just chatting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go. It should update in just a minute.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, you're fine. You scared me. I was like, what? The second time I got jump scared this evening.
I typed in the Tatsu chat.
Yeah.
My Fugi, if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. I can put you in there. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Okay, that's...
Way too big.
Hang on. I need to figure out how to make it smaller.
You should be able to, if your Fugi is locked,
Uh-huh.
unlock it from the settings.
Okay, is it... Hang on. It opens up in my Internet Explorer. Hang on. Because
I
I'm
was saying in your OBS or
Streamlabs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Hang on. What would I put it under?
Use browser source.
Okay. Oops.
And I think allow transparency if it
Okay.
shows that.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
And then you should be able to.
Do you put the URL in the thing?
Yes.
Okay.
You go to the Fugi site and then copy the URL and put it into the browser source.
Okay.
Learned it from the others.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Oh my gosh. There you go. We just... Okay. I think I got it.
Hey, you should be able to resize.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just stuck you right next to me. Alrighty. So this is stuff I feel really strongly about. Yeah, we finished the romance tropes.
Oh.
Yeah, basically I like stuff that makes me sad and suffer. That's what we came to the conclusion to. But oh my gosh, you missed it earlier because somebody...
Oh.
I don't know if I should report them, but somebody came into the chat and they had like the exact name and profile picture as Mori from Hololive EN. And I was like, oh my god, like, is that really like her? Because if it is, like, I'm terrified, but no, it wasn't.
I'm not sure if they come around and do that again to you. I would at least put them on a timeout. If they come back to you again, then ban.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know if I should report them for impersonation. Like, if you go to their channel, like, it's obviously not her. Because they have, like...
Yeah, they're just doing a scam count.
Yeah.
It's probably just a bot.
Yeah, probably. Whatever. I'm glad I checked, though.
Yeah.
It's going to be both. Like, this is going to be overall, like, how I feel about the game overall.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Nobody. Thank you. Thank you for your words of encouragement. I appreciate that. Let me just go into presentation mode so we can get a better focus. Okay, some of these things I might not know, but hey, this might be good future ideas. If I say I've never played something and you know it's good, feel free to say so in the chat. And maybe I can do a stream someday.
Sadly, I've never played 90% of these.
It's okay. All right. So, I haven't actually played a lot of these either, but I do recognize some of them too.
I do recognize the old meme.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of how it's pronounced? Amnesia.
Yeah. Amnesia's great. All right. 123 Slaughter Me Street. I have never even heard of that. So that's going down there. 7 days. Okay. First one that I've know of.
Huh.
Okay. First one, Akamanto. That's a Chila's art game. And I mean the story is really cool, but I know I play these a lot, but a lot of the games, if okay, listen. I know I play a lot of like those monster chase games. They are a lot of fun, but only if they're done well. And Akamanto, and this is hello. Got a new subscriber. Let me just go over to my Streamlabs. Okay, I'm really sorry, but I can't read your name. It's in an alphabet that I don't know like at all. But yes, thank you for your subscription. I appreciate it. Okay, so Akamanto, it's good, and the lore behind it is really good, but it's not their best, in my opinion. And it's hard. Almost home now. I feel like I've seen that one. But I don't remember it well enough to give it a fair review. Aloha. Hang on. I'm just looking for a way to see if I can. I can't pronounce your name. I'm really sorry. ¿Cómo está? Bien. Gracias. Yeah, I was looking to see if you had anything on your channel that would help me pronounce the name, but I didn't see it. I'm really sorry. Alone. I don't remember that one. I'm sorry. I'm only gonna show the stuff that I remember well enough to give a fair review. Okay. All right, this Amanda the Adventurer, that one just came out, like the full release. I know that. Kalinkos Grakos. Oh, okay. Did I say that right? That's Greek, isn't it? Okay. Amanda the Adventurer, it's one of those like, oh, here's like this uh like old like kids show that you don't remember well, but it's like creepy, and I think that's cool. Like personally, I thought it was a cool.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Almost like Dora Explorer gone wrong.
Yeah, like Haunted Dora the Explorer. I don't know Greek, but I am like I have this thing where I can like recognize like what like the roots of some words and languages. Like I know that well enough. And now that I think about it, that alphabet looks Greek to me. Right? Amnesia, The Dark Descent. I'm gonna say S tier only because of how like how it influenced like so many modern indie games.
not just that, but it was basically the first for almost any early Let's Player.
Yeah, yeah. I know that's like how my hero Markiplier, like how he got his channel up and going was playing Amnesia. And I played
The
it
old,
back in the day.
the olden days of YouTube.
Yeah, I'm so old. Like it's not even funny. Uh
Same here.
yeah. Among the Sleep, that one's okay. Yeah, that one's pretty good. It's really nice and like it's like symbolism is really nice, but it's one of those games that shows its age, if you know what I mean. Um, but I think it's really well done. All right, now we have Andy's Apple Farm. I played part of it, but I don't believe I finished it, so I'm just gonna say C because I wasn't like overwhelmed by it, but it was cool. It was cool. Yeah, 480 to 720. Oh, I remember the back in the day when the max video quality was 360. Like, I think I first found YouTube like in 2006.
Right when it first started. Well,
Yeah,
the year after. I think the year after. I think
yeah,
it started in '05.
yeah. But it wasn't like it like people didn't start using it until like '06, like because I think it was still kind of in like a beta in 2005.
Yeah, I know that's when '06 was when Smosh came out.
Yeah, they were one of the originals. But okay, Owl Oni. My only exposure to that game is like through PewDiePie's, and it's really cool. I like the like monster design, but I've never seen the game in full, so it's cool. But again, Arginis, yeah, 720. 720 used to be like ultra HD. Like I remember like watching something in 720 for the first time and thinking, "Wow, this looks so nice." And now 720 is like the standard. I mean, I stream in 720 because my internet is like actual poop. So like that's the best I can do. All right. At Dead of Night. I liked that one a lot. That was really cool how they used like an FMV thing.
That's an interesting one. I've only watched some of the others play it.
Yeah. But I think it was really cool the way they did it. I respect it.
The sound effects in that, sheesh.
Yeah. Yeah. Um Bad Dream Coma. I don't know that one. Balivoir. I don't know. Baldies. Oh, basics. Okay. For a game that looks like it was made in like 1995, it's actually really cool. Like, I don't think it's like boo scary. I think it's more of like haha funny. Like, let's try to scare like an 8-year-old. Yes, it was really ambitious, and I don't know if the developer made made another game. I really think they did. I don't know. I think Bad Dreams was a Flash game. I mean, it looks creepy based on that picture. But Baldi's Basics, yeah, it was like a joke game to me. So, ambitious based on ambition alone and like what they did, I'm going to give it an A because, you know, like I'll give them props where it's due. They created something interesting. Bendy and the Ink Machine. That's a really cool game.
Yeah,
Like,
I say S tier too. for
Tier
Bendy.
tier two.
Yeah,
I'd say
S tier.
I'd say I say the style puts it into S tier. Like it's a great game, gameplay wise, and like really good story wise. But just the way the game looks, that's what makes sets it above everything else.
Still need to play it, but I also need to play the the second one too, that
Yeah,
came out recently.
yeah,
That looks really good.
yeah. Big Larry, don't know what that is. Bigfoot, no. I feel like I've heard of Bon Bon, but I don't remember, so I can't give it a fair review. Bonnie's Bakery. Okay. This one, the art style is really, really nice. So I'm going to give it an A because normally, based on plot and like originality, I would give it a B. But the fact that it mixes both like 2D hand drawn stuff and like 3D modeling in the game itself, I think that's really cool. So it's an A. Booty's Bunker. Don't remember. Burger and Fright. I. Okay. I'm really sorry. I have such a horrible memory. But I. I know I've played this game, but I'm sorry. If I don't remember much about a game, it must have meant I was underwhelmed by it. Like, no offense. Because, like, this is just the way my memory works. My brain is literally like my lord said, a like raw chicken, slippery chicken breast. Like, I don't have the best memory.
Understand you there.
What?
I understand you there.
Yeah. Close your eyes, don't remember. Creepy tale. Oh, dark deception. Hey, S tier. I'm not gonna finish that game on my channel. Only because yeah. Yeah. What if this thing from one of your kids is scary? Yes, some are very well done. Like Amanda the Adventurer was well done. Because of honestly, it's because of the art direction on that game. That's why it was well done. It just like they did a really good job with that. Dark Deception, S tier, because it is funny, it's challenging, and I'll never beat it. I'm sorry. I just like it's for my own health. It's for my own health. I'm sorry I didn't get far into that game, but I can't stream it only because the way I like have to hold my hand when I play it, it like hurts my hand really bad, and I already have chronic pain, so that's why I'm not going to play it on stream again. Like nothing wrong with the game at all. But again, it's for my own well-being.
Sounds good though.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Bad Dream. Okay, it can be done in a single stream. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think Dark Deception can be done in a single stream, but I'm just bad at it. Darkwood. Darkwood is so cool. Like, I really like that game. Like, it's the gameplay is fun. Oh, okay. I'd have to look into it. But Darkwood, it's let me go off about it for a second here. The gameplay's fun. It's challenging, but not to the point where it's unfair. Just like the art, the story building, everything, it's incredible. Yes, the environment is great. Yeah, so that's why it's going in S tier. Dead by Daylight.
I don't really care for it too much.
Yeah, it's almost, for me, it's fun, but it's just like, okay, which horror IP can we get? That's just my.
I was just about to ask your thoughts because of one of these days. I was thinking of like Dead by Daylight or something. I
Yes,
keep
it
on
is
hearing.
a very fun game to stream, but there's just like no artistic merit to it other than the characters.
And for like me, I need something with the art style to
Yeah,
really pull me in.
yeah. Dead Realm, I haven't played that one. Deceit, yeah, I haven't played that one.
Some of these on the bottom actually look like really interesting.
Yeah, yeah. If yeah, again, like I said to my chat, if I put these in any of the bottom tier,
Yeah.
but they're really good, just like tell me. Demon Child, that's me. But I haven't played it. Detention, oh my gosh. This this studio, this studio just great, great. Detention is so scary. And it's not like boo, like in your face scary. It's just so tense. And the fact that, I mean, there are a lot of supernatural events in it, but the fact that what's going on in the backstory actually happened makes it even scarier. Like, it's just great. And the game, it's not on this list, but they made another game called Devotion. Red Candle Studios. That's the name of the studio. But they made this other game called Devotion that is, it's probably one of my favorite horror games of all time. Like indie horror games. Like incredible. Devour, again, it's streamer bait. Haha, funny. But, I respect it. So it's going to go into C. Do you copy? Short and sweet, but I feel like there was a lot. There's like some plot holes, even with both endings. And it's like, yeah, I understood what was happening, but I believe in the whole show don't tell thing, but I felt like it didn't show enough. Doki Doki Literature Club, cool shit. S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just what it's like, what that game did to you as like the player. And I know it's overplayed nowadays, but it was one of the first to like make that like big. I just think it was cool, like very clever.
To me, Monica will always stand above basically all others.
Just Monica. Yes. Dread Illusion, Delusion, nah. Duck Season, I don't, yeah. Dying of Thirst, short and sweet. It's just really tense. But again, not much going on there. Emily wants to play. Nah. Yuri. Escape the Awoki. Ayuwoki. Really? I feel like I've heard of that too. Evil Nun. Faith is cool. Like, I like the whole like 1-bit like rotoscope style, but it's not enough for me to put it in S tier because compared to the other games in S tier, it just doesn't quite measure up, in my opinion. But it's still really good. Like, don't get me wrong. Fatum Batula. Fetch in the forest. we we know who loves this game. We all know.
But what do you place it as?
A tier because no offense to my lord, but it's really cool. The lore is really cool. But some of the games kind of fell off later.
Some of the later games, but there is like that specific feel that the first one
Yeah.
actually had.
It's terrifying. It was terrifying back when it first came out. And because we had never seen anything like it. But now like I'm comparing it to other games in the genre because it was like the first in that genre. And like despite my gripes with the creator, like it is very cool for what it did at the time. But looking at the IP as a whole, it has started becoming just it's a cash cow franchise. But like the first few games, like I think the first two games, like on their own, belong in the S tier because of for what they were. But I think it just fell off.
It's become more like in the anime realm,
Yeah.
like Fate, the Fate franchise or Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's like catch all the animatronics.
Yeah. But like, okay. Franbo is cool. But it's not enough for me to put it in S tier. It's still really original game. But it's I don't know, it just like didn't have that oomph factor, you know?
I love though the storyline in
Yes.
itself and how odd it travels through like the psychology of everything.
Yes, that was a really cool mechanic. But again, it didn't have that thing that just sets something over the edge.
Yeah.
But Little Misfortune looks really cool. I want to play that. It's the same developer. Frosty Nights. Don't remember that one. Golden Light, no. Granny, not. I mean, yeah, I'll give it props for being an independent developer, but it's streamer bait, and it's just not like something that grabs my attention, you know. Happy's Humble Burger Farm. It was interesting. Like I've only seen the demo, like the beta version of it. I haven't yet played through the first like the full game, but I thought it was like the concept behind it was interesting, like how there was more to it than what we saw initially going on. Hello Neighbor. Nah. Again, it's one of those games that looked promising and then the full game came out and it's just underwhelming. Hello Puppets. I don't know if the full game of that came out yet. FNAF lore rise. Yeah. Yes. The lore is very interesting for FNAF. And my Oshi can like explain it all to you if you ask him to, and he will. But it's just like I feel like now it's just for money.
I think Oshi has probably watched Matt Pat's lore stuff a ton of times too.
Yeah, he probably has it all memorized by now. And it's so cute. It's so cute. Like and I'm glad he really enjoys the franchise. It personally it's adorable. Yeah. Hello puppets. Okay, I'm going to put it down here only because I saw the demo. The demo looked really interesting. But I don't know if the full game is out yet. Hide and Shriek. No. House is okay. House is cool. I will say yes. House is really cool because it's challenging and it's stressful, and it does belong in A tier. Hungry Lamu. No, I remember this stream. Ice Cream. I'm scared. Okay. The original belongs in A tier and S tier, sorry. Because that game was made in 2012 and it was one of those fourth wall breaking games. But I haven't played the remake yet, but I do remember really liking the original. Alright. Infliction. Inscription. Inscription looks really cool. I just haven't gotten around to playing it. Inside the back rooms. Oh my god. Okay, this is so sad, but there are so many backroom games out there that I don't remember which one Inside the Backrooms is. But I feel like I have seen it because I've seen a lot of backrooms games. But I just can't remember which one is which.
If you don't mind, I'm going to hop back off. I wanted to see and talk with you for a while.
Oh yeah, of course. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Alright, so I'm just gonna say I never played it because I can't remember it. Inside, I've not played that yet, but I really want to. Iron Lung is so cool. S tier. Yeah, I will. Some of these are on my wish list on Steam. I just haven't gotten around to buying them yet. Mainly because I'm waiting until they get marked down. But Iron Lung, great game. And I'm really excited for the movie. It Steals. I don't know that one. Last Bus Home. Layers of Fear. Okay. Layers of Fear. I haven't played the remake yet. That just came out. But it's really cool. The game itself is really cool. And I know a lot of people don't like that because they like to hate on Bluebird Team. But I will give props where it's due. And yes, I'm a Bluebird Team apologist. Yeah, they're making an Iron Lung movie. Markiplier is both starring and directing it, I believe. But isn't that cool? How somebody can make a game like that and 2 years after it's released, they can it's made into a Hollywood film. I think that is just awesome. Good on the developer for that. Ladybug, it's average. Again, it's one of those games where it's okay, survive as long as you can. Bluebird Team is some of their games feature controversial themes, and I think that it rubs the people the wrong way. But I'm all for making things that you truly believe in, even if it makes others uncomfortable. I know the media made a lot of people angry because of the themes in it. But, you know, that game is all about trauma and how people cope with it and heal and move on. And I don't think it's really anybody's place to judge how somebody feels when horrible things happen to them. But basically, it depicted one of the characters as suicidal because something that happened to them when they were younger. And a lot of people were real put off by that. And I personally wasn't, because, again, like, I'm not somebody who will judge how somebody feels when tragedy and trauma happens to them. And I think, like, you know, however somebody, like it's a, feelings are messy. Feelings are really messy. And not all survivors feel the same, you know? That's just how I feel. Leftovers. Okay, the art style alone puts it in B tier because it's a really nice looking game. But again, there's, you'd be surprised, okay? Like, when it was announced that Bloober Team was going to work on the remake for Silent Hill 2, I had to, like, block and mute some of, like, the biggest names in the Silent Hill fandom because I couldn't stand seeing their takes on the medium. And they acted like they were an authority on it. And I'm like, okay, I'm just like, well, that's just how you feel. Like, you're not somebody who, it's like not fair to police how other people feel about stuff like that. LiDAR. Okay, I saw the demo and it looked really interesting. And, like, you know, I'm gonna say A, because of just how, like, that is executed. Like, I thought it was really cool, and I do want to play the full game. But, like, the demo was, it looked really interesting. Limbo, I haven't played that, but I heard it's really good. Little Nightmares, I'll give that an A. I played that on my channel a while back, and I had a good time with it. And actually, I'm going to bump it up to S tier, because I really liked it. I did really like it, yeah. It was fun. It was challenging. And it really got me thinking about the puzzles. So I liked it a lot. Lone Survivor, beautiful game. Beautiful game, S tier. It's emotional. Like, it looks nice. The sound direction is nice. The gameplay is really nice. And it's one of those games that just gives you the feels. And I like horror with feels. Yeah, I agree. They did a really good job with that game. Mad Father? Yeah, I'll give that an A. I only played the original, and I did like the original, and I know that there's a remake. I haven't played the remake yet, but I will give it a try. But I really like the original. Madison, you know what, S tier. I know that's controversial, but it was a really cool game. And for such a small studio, it was really well done. And I really liked the whole camera mechanic was cool too. Mannequins, I haven't seen that one. Monstrum. Mr. Hop's Playhouse. Let's say B. But again, it's a good game. It's well done. Just not my cup of tea. Okay. Mr. Meat. Yeah. Mr. White. Don't know what that is. I want to play this game so bad. Mundwan. It looks really cool. Like, I've seen a little bit of it. And it's like a... What country is it? It's some... It just looks really cool. It's Swedish, isn't it? Hang on. Let me see where it... It's in the Swiss Alps, okay. But it looks so good. And it's hand drawn too. But since I haven't played it yet, I'm gonna put it here. But this looks really cool. Murder House, I liked it. But I feel like it wasn't Puppet Combo's best game. Beautiful Paper Smile. I don't know that one. My Happy Place. This one was really cool. No One Lives Under the Lighthouse. The only reason I'm not bumping it up was it could have used more psychological horror elements to it. But for what it was, I really liked it. It was tense. Very, like, really tense. Yeah, maybe I'll give that a try. No players online. I thought that one was interesting too. Because there's something to be said about abandoned game servers, you know? Like, they are creepy. And, okay, so there's this Vinesauce video where Vinny, like, goes into an abandoned MMORPG and, like, does an exploration of it. And it is super creepy. Like, you feel like you're being constantly watched. And I like how this game, like, plays off of that. What's that say? No Snake Hotel. I don't believe I've seen that one. Observer, another Bluebird Team game. I haven't played it yet, but I heard that one is actually the best Bluebird Team game. So I will definitely check that out when I get to it. Omori, oh my god. This game is great. Like, it's a masterpiece. Just heart-wrenching. Everything about it is great. Like, it's scary, it's emotional, and the music is good. Yeah. Like, when you're in, like, a parking garage, like, late at night, yeah, it is really creepy. But I want to stream this game, like, bad on this channel at some point. I have it on my Switch. I just need to figure out how to set that up for streaming. I do have a capture card. But Omori S tier. Well earned, too. Our Elusive Suffering. That one looks interesting. But I haven't played it yet. Outlast. Oh, boy. For the time, yes. S tier. Because of, again, it was one of the original games that people built their YouTube channels off of. And it is scary because, you know what? Like, there were, like, human experiments done in prisons, in American prisons at least. I don't know about any other countries. I mean, not to this level, but that's, like, the real horror for me, is just, like, these people actually, Outlast isn't even in a prison, it's a mental hospital. Just like having these people who like are very sick and they're just being experimented on against their will, all because they were put into this hospital. And I think that is really disturbing, just like the complete robbery of someone's humanity in that game. That's what makes that game scary to me, is like what is done to the to like the patient. Pacify. Okay, so my exposure to this game goes about as far as that video where it's the guy going, "Oh yeah, go crazy, go stupid." Like that video is hilarious. But that's about as far as I know. Pen Pal, I haven't played that one. Phasmophobia. Okay. I haven't. I don't know much about the updates. But I remember back in 2020, like when everybody was playing it, and it looked interesting. But it's still in early access, so it's not like a complete game yet. But it has potential. Pink, I haven't played that one. Play with me. Okay. Poppy Playtime. It seemed promising. But again, it's a game to make money. And then the company started selling NFTs, and I'm very anti NFT. Like, not only because of its environmental impact, but because it uses stolen art. And sorry, the thing that put me off completely of NFTs is when, yeah, it has its moments, is when, so there are a lot of artists who passed away. They're having their art fed into NFT to train NFTs, like turned into NFTs and fed to AIs to train them. And I think it's just so disgusting to use somebody's art, especially if they're not even around, to like say they don't want it used, to like basically steal their work and make money off of it after they die. I think that is just gross. Like, I will never go for NFTs or AI art. Yeah. Yeah, that can be a problem. Alright, so Pylons, haven't played that one. Rake. Rat-Tooth. Rome Before Dark. This one's funny. Psycho no Suka. But again, there's really nothing. Okay, I'm gonna put it in A list because what makes it interesting to me is the difficulty levels in the way that it gives the game replayability, even on the, like, especially on the higher difficulties, because it's like a different, you like get more of the story. Like, even if you play easy mode, you still get like quite an experience. But like the higher difficulties are like different story wise too. It's just not like the same game over and over. But there's just like different stories, which I think is really interesting. Sally Face, that one looks interesting. I just haven't gotten around to playing it. SCP-87. Want to play that one? SCP Containment Breach. I think it's cool. I gotta give it props for being the thing that brought SCP more into like the mainstream. So yes, I will acknowledge like what it did for, especially for internet horror. All right, Shipwreck 64. I don't. Siren Head the game. It was cool. It's just a walking simulator though. Just you just go up the trail and there's Siren Head. But yeah. Love Trevor Henderson. Love his work, by the way. That was the man who designed Siren Head. Okay, yes. I do not like NFTs because I feel like they are a scam. But AI inherently is not bad. I feel like if it's if it's used in a way to like you have these big databases and it's used to like look for things within those databases like as an information retrieval tool, then I think it's fine. But if you're using it to replace humans, to replace human artists and like human writers, then that's bad because AI can't learn anything new. It can't come up with any new ideas. It just like regurgitates ideas that have already been used, and a lot of them are stolen. But I agree with you. Slender, the 8 pages. It's a classic. Scary. And oh no, it's fine. I'm just expanding on what you already said. I'm adding my own input to it. No, I know you're not disagreeing. But okay, Slendy Tubby's funny, but again, it's a parody of Slenderman, the 8 pages. But it's funny. It's good for a laugh. Yeah, yeah, it had a bit major impact. And I do want to play Slender the Arrival eventually too. I have that in my library, but I will get around to that. Soma, okay. Soma is a masterpiece. Everything about it is incredible. Like, and play it in explorer mode, like turn off combat, because it actually makes the game better when you make it put it in easy mode. But oh my god, just like it will give you the biggest existential crisis you will ever experience in your life. And it was incredible. Spacky's Night Shift. I don't believe I played that one. Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. It was okay. But again, I didn't think it was anything special, personally. Stray Cat Crossing, I haven't played. Tattletale, no. Tenement, no. Baby in Yellow, I haven't. I'll put it in B list tier because I know there was an update and I haven't played the update yet. But it's good for a laugh. Yeah. The Backroom Survival. Coma Cutting Class, no. Complex, no. The Crooked Man, I love Crooked Man. It is an RPG Maker game, but the storytelling is just phenomenal. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful game, and just everything that your character goes through and the payoff at the end, it's just great. The Crypt Terror, no. This game, The Floor is Breathing, was actually really creepy. It's one of those like short analog horror games, but like the way it's presented to you and just like watching everything unfold, it was really creepy. And like the visuals too. The visuals were really unsettling. The forest, I haven't played that yet. High walled loop. Again, I thought they did a good job with that one. It's about a 3-hour long game. I can probably do it in a single stream. And I thought like the environment and the storytelling was done really well. It is a little confusing, but if you like piece together the lore and the archives, you start to see what's happening and like what's going on in front of you. Horror Salazar House. I don't know that one. The Man from the Window. I really like the Mortuary Assistant. But my only problem with that game is I want more. Actually, S tier, because I want more of it. I want it to be an anthology series. And I thought like there was so much going on, like, and there is replayability too, which I think is really cool. Like you find out what's going on with your like teacher and like what his deal is, and then you find out the backstory for the player character. Like, and it takes more than one playthrough to figure everything out. But I feel like there's more to be done with it. I feel like there can be more. Like maybe you have to solve the mystery. Actually, this could be a cool spin-off where you're like what's that word? It's like somebody who examines cadavers to find cause of death. Hello, Yumeko. Hello. I'm getting raided. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're just doing a tier list discussion here. Feel free to contribute once your subscription kicks in. It should kick in after a minute here. Yeah, as I was saying, like the Mortuary Assistant, there's like more to be done with it. I feel like a spin-off. Okay. Thank you, Yumiko. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. So, yeah, I want more of Mortuary Assistant. Maybe there could be a spin-off where you're like a forensic investigator and you have to like piece together like what happened to the cadaver what happened to the victim based on what condition the cadaver's in. I think that'd be a good idea. I don't know, I forget what the developers team is, but I just gave them a free idea. The Nightmare of the Air Balloon, that I don't know what that is. The park. The last part of the game, it gets an A. Not for gameplay, but for environmental storytelling, it gets an A. But I do think that's cool. It was cool. It's just a bit dated now. The Smiling Man. Okay. A tier. Even though it's like an experience more than a game. Because it's based off of a creepypasta. But it's just like the fact that plays off that fear of you seeing like somebody walking toward you on a street at night and you don't know like is this just somebody who's just passing by, or does this person have like ill intentions? And that creepypasta slash game kind of plays off of that. Yep, turned, haven't played that. Okay, the Witch House. We're playing that later on Tuesday. And I haven't actually played that one, but we are going to be playing that one on Tuesday. So I will give my review after we play it. They come from darkness. They speak from the abyss. That one looks really interesting, but I only saw a few screenshots. Right, Timoir. Yeah. Towards the end, I just don't know any of these games, but now Visage. Oh, Visage. The game that was in development hell for I believe it was 6 years. I'd be scared. Yeah, exactly. It is scary. But Visage, it's the game that was based off of what could have been. And it's tragic, but I think the team did a great job with it. They had one idea that was from a 30-minute long playable demo, PT Silent Hills, that never became a full game, but they made that idea into a full game. And the game is actually good. And I will congratulate them on that. So yes, S tier. It's the closest thing we'll probably get to what Silent Hills would have been without it being Silent Hills. Yume Nikki, love, 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 love. It's so weird and surreal. And it's just great. It was like one of the original RPG Maker games. It was in development for a very long time. I don't even believe it was finished. But I do know they came out with a remake back in, I want to say 2019. I don't know exactly. But I would say I played through a remake and it didn't have that special factor to it. But the original, it's amazing because it's your job as the player to figure out what the heck the dreams mean. And there's so many theories out there, and the developer has confirmed absolutely none of them. So I'd say anything goes to us. And Zardy's Maze, never heard of that. So yeah, that's my tier list. I feel like, I tried to give all these games a fair review. Again, my preference with these type of games is with indie horror games, they don't have a lot of the budget that AAA studios work with. So a lot of them tend to be really rich in story and art style and rely more on like the environment and like, thank you, Zach, and the art direction to tell the story. Like, that's why they all look so different. They have to stand out to like get people to notice them. They don't have the AAA like budget or like name to get themselves out there. So in a way, I feel like a lot of these games are actually better than AAA horror games. But yeah, there are definitely some that I need to revisit and some that I need to check out. And that was actually really interesting. There was 150 of them. Wow. So, I think it's about a 2-hour long stream. I think that's a good place to end it for today. And I had a great time. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.